Now, when writing this video, I was going to talk about many of the problems in Overwatch 2 as of the new patch in Season 4. I was going to talk about how Blizzard's new Overwatch 2 design philosophy of less CC, more windows to punish, and higher amounts of skill expression seem to be all but rolled back when we see Moira being able to teleport out of her ultimate and Brig getting a massive shield. And I was going to talk about a lot of these problems, especially when we're in the time frame before Season 4, which I like to put a lot of educational content on hold, do more of these rant style videos talking about balance, development, and just opinion pieces. But after looking around and surveying the different opinions between content creators and a lot of the community, I have found a trend of people talking about how Overwatch is quote unquote dead in the water. And I'm gonna be honest, I've been seeing this a lot, where there are a lot more people being very, very pessimistic about Overwatch 2, and even people that play it all the time are very, very annoyed and tired of the game. And the thing is, I'm not going to say that their feelings are unjustified. It's perfectly okay for you to feel like Blizzard are doing things wrong, and you could be a bit burnt out from the game, but I want to make it clear here because I'm someone who loves Overwatch. Like, I'm having a great time playing this game. I very much enjoy Overwatch, and I think that the vast majority of my community come here to improve and learn. And I want to make it clear that it is okay to not dislike Overwatch. I know that this is a weird statement to make, but when you listen to every content creator out there, everything is really, really negative. And I'm going to be honest, I fed into this as well, talking about many of the problems. And of course, it's okay to talk about the problems of Overwatch 2. It's of course okay to have a problem with the direction that Overwatch 2 is moving in, but it's almost so bad to the point where players have like Stockholm syndrome of Overwatch, where they really dislike the game, they hate the game, where they're burnt on the game. They've been playing the game way too much since Overwatch 1, and they can't let it go. They'll play it and play it and play it and hate it and hate it and hate it. And I'm telling you right now, it is okay to take a break from Overwatch, maybe even for a long time. It's perfectly fine to not play the game all the time. Now, I understand from a content creator's perspective, they're in a weird situation, and I get this more than most, where you feel like your livelihood is tied to a game, and even if you really, really dislike it, you can't just walk away. Still, the game is not made for you. Content creators, the game is not made for us. It's just made for people. And if you are having a hard time, they don't owe you anything. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. Now, this doesn't mean we're not going to make videos talking about many of the problems in the game, because there are some, and many of them wouldn't actually be that difficult to deal with if everyone could kind of align their beliefs. And when talking through a lot of these, you get to survey many different people's opinions, see what the majority of the community agree on and what they heavily disagree on, and find a happy middle ground. But I think that there's a huge difference between trying to creatively come up with solutions for the game or criticize Overwatch or Blizzard for the things that they aren't doing that they promised they would do, and players that are just looking for something wrong with Overwatch at all times because they are really, really burnt on the game. They just are not having fun anymore, and they really should have moved on a long time ago, if I'm being honest, or at the very least taken a big break. And if you are that person, you know who you are. You know that maybe you should have taken a break quite a while ago, and maybe you can't stop, maybe you can't quit. But I want you to understand that there are people out there that are still enjoying the game. There are people out there that are playing Overwatch for the first time. In fact, I would say that my channel is primarily made up of subscribers that are newer to Overwatch and didn't really grind Overwatch 1 all that much, at least based on the feedback that I'm getting. A lot of you come new, and y'all might be confused, and maybe y'all might be influenced by people talking negatively all the time about the game, all the problems, all the things. And I want to tell you, I played Overwatch 1 for multiple thousands of hours before I ever felt even the slightest bit burnt or tired or even thought about the problems in the game. Like, sure, I had problems with ranked and problems with elo hell and problems with all this stuff back then when I was frustrated at my own skill level. But as far as being bored and burnt and tired, I didn't feel any of that for a very long time into the game's life cycle. So for you new players that are entering Overwatch for the first time, and you have so much content to consume, so much things to learn, you will not be able to relate to a lot of these people that are just kind of spouting all this negativity. And that's kind of why I decided to pivot what I was going to talk about in this video. I was going to talk about the problems. I was going to lay out some constructive criticism. But after looking at just the crazy amounts of negativity online, the crazy amounts of hate for the game, I changed my mind. I just changed my mind on making that video. And I just said, why not make a video speaking to the people that either, one, are burnt out and they need some sort of wake-up call to say, hey, you should probably take a break. You should probably take some time. You don't need to grind this game until you hate it. It's okay to stop playing Overwatch when you're having a rough time or you're a little frustrated, rather than playing and playing and playing and playing and playing until you absolutely despise the game. And two, I wanted to make a video kind of talking to the people that are really enjoying Overwatch and really liking the game. Problems aside, it's a fun-ass game, guys. Come on, there's really nothing like it in the market. If you want something with this much depth, a shooter with this much depth, there is nothing else. There is nothing like Overwatch. And it's still freaking fun, and I'm enjoying it. I don't care. I'm enjoying it. Maybe I'm in the minority. Y'all can let me know in the comments down below, but I think that I'm not. And I really do think that a lot of people actually like this game, but they're almost afraid to admit that they like it because there's like a very vocal minority of people that hate it. And I think that that's also just a problem where vocal minorities are the most common thing you see online. But anyways, this is just the video that I thought I had to make. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time.